Unburstable Beyblades is back, and I'm going to be showing you how to work a Beyblade and showing you my collection if you don't know how to use Beyblades. I should have done this earlier, but now I'll show you. So first, let's look at my base. We'll start with my base. Okay, and my rippers. I have Pokemon cards in here for some reason. Oh, those are terrible. Okay, so I have some rippers. So, here's some more rippers. There's the Hypersphere orange rippers, which are pretty good for gyros, and which are off-brand Beyblades that are really bad. And those don't work very well, so orange rippers are better for Beyblades that don't work very good, but they're kind of hard to hold. I don't like them that much. Blue rippers are terrible. They're the Beyblade burst rippers. They just don't work very good. They like always fall off. They're even more hard to hold. They're really hard to hold, and they have a really short launcher that's hard to hold, and it doesn't rip very hard. And green ripper, the slingshot ripper, I like it. It's easy to hold, pretty good. Then we have the Karatomi ripper. You put in this, and then it rips. Has really good grip. It rips really hard. The gyro version of it is just as good though. And we have these gyro launchers. I also have a black Takara Tomy ripper that came with Master Diablos, but it's just as good. These get worn out kind of easily. The gyros do, but they're really good, and you can put on little holders. Okay. Then my personal favorite, the Shark Ripper. It shows you how hard you rip it. So it's just rip cord. You put it in there, and then I ripped up here. It is pretty hard to grip at first if you're not used to it, but then it gets easy, and it has super good grip, and it rips crazy hard. Now on to my worst Beyblades. Storm Pegasus. He's not a Beyblade burst. He's an old school unburstable, pretty bad. Then we have Bush and Ashura Takara Tomy. Pretty bad. He bursts all the time, but pretty cool GT Bay. Then we have Goldex Spectromoth. These aren't in order. These are just my worst. Pretty bad. Doesn't have that much stamina. Here's Kirby's. Pretty bad. Minoboros. Neprius or something. Okay. Now, and I have some spare parts right there. Now we'll move on to these space. So now we have Nightmare Longinus Karatomi. Even though it is a Karatomi, it isn't that good, surprisingly. And we have Excelius Karatomi, Blizzard X Gaianin, God Valkyrie, Golden Gyro Volteric, Ernite K4, God Valteric. Actually, no, this is Genesis Volteric, Venom Devolos, Sword Voltric V5, Rock Dragon, So yeah, now we'll move on. These are in order now. Slash Valkyrie, Takara 20. Rock Devourer 5. Lord Spryzen. I think I'm gonna move Lord Spryzen up a little, but for now, I would say he's like right after Ace Dragon. Crash Rock Devourer. Bushin Ashindra. Ace Dragon. Okay. Now let's look at these. Perp. Cyclops C4, also known as Greeny Weenie. Grand Dragon, also known as Glyph Dragon. Now we have Orbeus or Engard. He's right here. I would move him up to probably Turbo Achilles, probably right behind him. He is really good. Very underrated. Then we have Dullahan D4. Wizard Fafnir, Hazard Kirbyus, Vice Leopard, Turbo Achilles A4, Solar Kraken, Red Bush and Ashindra, and Zone Lunar. Okay, now we have Rooter R4, Y Gray Tornado, Salamander S4, Black Viper, Judgment Joker, Phoenixia, also known as Dread Phoenix. His top layer comes off, which is pretty neat. Aeronite K5, also known as Turk. Dread Bahamut, also known as Black Beauty. So I have 2 Turbo Spryzen S4 black parts. So I just put one on Dread Bahamut and left the other one on Turbo Spryzen S4. The black part helps them block attacks. It's defense mechanism. Josie Valkyrie, Josie Achilles, Emperor Fornius, Sweet Longinus. Moving on to the top 12 Beyblades. Spriggan Requiem. Oh yeah, he's so good. 12. 11. Fornius F4, Shark Fornius. Then we have Hercules. Super good. Hercules at 10. 9. Union Achilles, the star of Beyblade. Alright, next up we have Super Hyperion, Takara Tomy Super King. Big Bang Genesis, let's go. So good. King Helios. Revive Phoenix. Bloody Longinus. I think I might put Bloody Longinus down a little more, but right now he's at 4. 3. Glide Ragnarok. The amazing, super good Super King. I traded Heaven Pegasus and 5 other Hasbros with Impossible became possible for Glide Ragnarok. Good deal. They're best. Then we have Brave Valkyrie number 2, also tied for 1. So the 2 best are Master Diablos and Brave Valkyrie. So good. Okay, so that is my Beyblade collection. Now I'm going to show you how to play Beyblades. First, start off and find a stadium. You can use even a bathtub. You can use really anything. Hi, Ruby. Hi. You can use anything. If you have a choice of a stadium, then use that. If you have 2 stadiums, use your favorite. I'll use my orange Hypersphere stadium. And then second option, choose a ripper. So first, there's different kinds of rippers. There's these blue rippers. These only rip right Beyblades. And you know if it's a right Beyblade okay, so I'll rip a left and a right. I will start with the right. For a right, Master Diablos, you can actually change him from left to right. Fits on. Pull the string as hard as you can into the stadium and then they battle. If it's a left, like King Helios, it simply will not fit on the ripper. See? And a lot of rippers just go left and right, like Slingshot and Hypersphere rippers. See, it should say an R and an L. So if you put it in R, it rips right Beyblades. If you put it in L for left, it rips left Beyblades. Pretty cool. Some special Beyblades you can change from left to right, but normally you can't do that. And then for one of these rippers, you pull this white part out, and then before it's right, only rips right Beyblades, but then if you try and turn it, nothing happens. But when you pull this out, it turns to left, and then you have to push it back in, and now it can rip left Beyblades. So you can use one of those too. Then choose a Beyblade. So choose two Beyblades. They can spin steel. You can rank your Beyblades and everything and battle the ones you want. But one cool thing about Beyblades is they can spin steel. So let's say there's a left and a right. Whichever one has bigger wings usually spin steel. So this King Helios has bigger wings than Hercules. And he's spinning in the opposite direction. So he hooks onto there and it makes him go even faster. So that's really cool. So then you just rip them as hard as you can. You can say 3, 2, 1, go. 3, 2, 1, let it rip, or even go shoot. Or 3, 2, 1, go shoot. So I'm gonna just do some Beyblade battles. We'll start with Hercules against Orbeez. So you just rip them. Normally, you can rip them by yourself, I guess. It's just that one has to start. You can do like the best and even test the worst to go first. But I'm just gonna rip it like that. Orbeez is way worse. So that's a burst finish. So that means Hercules gets 2 points. You can just say he wins. You can say first to 2, first to 3, whatever you want. So burst is 2 points and a win for the other Beyblade who didn't burst. They basically blow up, and that's what a burst is. Then let's do another battle and see if anything else happens. If you rip them straight into the hole, you can choose if that count for a win for the other Beyblade or if it's just a redo. I'll just call that a redo. But if they do go into the hole and the other Beyblade knocks them, that's always 1 point for the Beyblade who knocked them into the hole. Now, I'll rip different Beyblades. Now I'll rip Clyde Ragnarok and Nightmare Longinus. Let's see what happens. use a stamina type against the attack type Nightmare Longinus. Okay, he's attacking. Whoa. Slide Ragnarok isn't slowing down though. Nightmare Longinus has some strong attack, but it's Clyde Ragnarok. Whoever spins the longest also gets 1 point. The only way to get 2 points is a burst finish. So that's basically how you're at Beyblades. You can collect them. I wouldn't recommend getting any off-brand Beyblades like Gyro, Metal Fusion, or whatever they're called. Oh, he's spin stealing there. He went slow, but now he was spin stealing there. So yeah, I would get Hasbro's. They're only $10, and then there's some of the more expensive Takara Tomy Beyblades. So Black Ragnarok is $19. I'm pretty sure you can find them a lot of places for $19. Amazon's good. eBay's usually good, and Bays and Bricks is also pretty good. So make sure you like and subscribe to One Burst Beyblades.